Okay. Hi, this is Melinda. I just lost you guys. Um, so I am just starting completely over again. Okay. So, neurology. Brain, can we put it there on the table? There, that's much more comfortable. The brain is fascinating organ. One, frontal lobe, located at front. It plays a big role in reasoning, planning, emotions, and motor skills. You mentioned the left and right side. Those relate to the two hemispheres of the brain, where each side generally controls opposite parts of the body. One, no, I don't see. Oh, you just said one is frontal lobe. Two, parietal lobe. Parietal lobe. Parietal lobe. So you're going to have to watch these over and over until you get them memorized, okay? So the parietal lobe found near the top middle. It processes sensory info like touch, temp, and pain. Parietal lobe processes sensory info like touch, temp, and pain. This is in the top of my head. I know this. What is the largest organ in your body? Does anybody know? Your skin. Okay. Moving on. So, 3, the occipital lobe. Occipital. Occipital lobe. Just watch this over and over till you memorize it. And you could try to write down the words, because you're not going to remember the spelling. But if you want to, I'm giving you the definition right here. So you can write it down and figure out, I spelled the word, and just keep playing it over till you get the word spelled. Because you'll be able to just memorize the definition, which I'm going to tell you right now. So occipital lobe. Just figure out how to spell it. This is, it's Occipital space lobe. Get a pen and paper, write it down, and memorize this definition. Just watch me over and over. This is the back part you referred to. It's located at the back of the brain and is primarily responsible for vision. 4, that's serious. 4, temporal. Situated on the sides near your ears. Temporal is involved in hearing, memory, and speech. Very serious. Temporal is your hearing, memory, and speech. Okay? Okay. Other key parts, including the cerebellum, which is under the occipital lobe that we just were taught. Occipital lobe, and helps with balance and coordination. And the brain stem, quote unquote, which manages, quote, vital functions, unquote, like breathing and heart rate. Okay, the cerebellum, one of the 3 main parts of brain that make up brain, is responsible for coordinating movement and balance. Also known as the little brain, it plays a vital role in language and attention, and can assist people with vision and eye movement. Well, cerebellum has to do with your equilibrium and balance, so I don't know why that ain't there. Okay, main 3 parts of the brain. Anatomy. The 3 main parts of the brain are the cerebrum, cerebellum, and brain stem. Cerebrum, number 1. Location. The cerebrum occupies the upper part of the cranial cavity. You can't come. Who's walking around? Okay. Where am I at? Okay. So, number 1, cerebrum location. The cerebrum occupies the upper part of the cranial cavity, which you will learn later in this class, and is the largest part of the human brain. Wait, which one? The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. Okay. Then you have cerebellum and brainstem. Okay, we'll get that. Okay. So, the brainstem, what it is, function, anatomy, and etc. A wide range of injuries and health conditions can damage your brainstem. Some of these, is it going? Yeah. Some of these include, number 1, blood clots, 2, brain tumors, 3, this word we'll have to look up, encephalitis, 4, heart attack, and with heart attack it says in parentheses, myocardial infarction, I-N, far, like far away, F-A-R-C-T-I-O-N, M-Y-O, cardial infarction is with heart attack. We'll have to look up these circled words. I don't think it'll be hard for me to go back and do it. Okay, because it's the first 4 pages. Okay. So, 5, stroke. 6, sudden cardi. Your brainstem connects your brain to your spinal cord. I'm sorry if there's some repetition. But I, had confusing time where I was, if I already wrote something. It sits at the bottom of your brain, and it includes the midbrain, pons, pons, and medulla oblongata. Okay. Parts of the brain and their functions, science, notes, and projects, neurology. The brain, its parts and functions. Okay, did I say this part yet? The brain is an organ of soft nervous tissue that is protected within the skull of vertebrae, period. It functions as the coordinating center of sensation and intellectual and nervous activity. This is the, I'm talking about the what word are we talking? The brain, okay. They're talking about the whole brain, okay, in general, okay. So, yeah. So, functions as the whole coordinating center of sensation. This doesn't look even. You got to pull that up. Okay. I got it. Okay, there. Looks better. So parts of the brain and their functions, okay? The brain is an organ of soft nervous tissue that is protected when within the skull of vertebrae. It functions as the coordinating center of sensation and intellectual and nervous activity. The brain consists of billions of neurons. Now, how would they figure out a billion of neurons? How are you going to count a billion neurons in somebody's brain? How in the hell can you possibly do that? I'm going to Google that tomorrow. I keep coming back to that. It's not just with the brain. They say billions in the space. How do they count a billion in space? So all these classes are billions of this and billions of that. How the hell are they counting a billion? How are they doing it? I'm gonna freaking ask questions up the wazoo to the Microsoft assistant I call Cortana. Okay, so the brain consists of billions of neurons, nerve cells, in parentheses, that communicate through intricate networks. The primary functions, page 6. Okay, pull this up because it's not even. Pull this up. There, that's a little more even. Okay, Your brain stem sends messages to the rest of your body to regulate balance, breathing, heart rate, and more. What is the brain stem? Your brain stem connects your brain to your spinal cord. It sits near the bottom of the brain. It helps regulate vital body functions that you don't have to think about, like breathing and your heart rate. Your brain stem also helps with your balance, coordination, and reflexes. I'm sorry if some of this I'm reading over. I had lost the video, so I had to start it all over again and start from the beginning. I apologize about that, because I'm not going to try to upload two. It wasn't that far into it, and all it'll do is screw up my good one, this one, yeah. So I said, start from the beginning. We don't want two different ones, and plus I can't upload, properly. So, brainstem, continued. It's part of your central nervous system and has three parts that work together. Each part does a specific job to help you adapt to your environment, move your body, your brain, whatever, and function. Your brainstem sends messages back and forth between your brain and other parts of your body, regulates many involuntary actions. I just read this. Functions your body performs automatically, like a balance, blood pressure, breathing. Eye movements is a good one I didn't tell you. Facial movements I didn't tell you. And sensations. Hearing, heart rate, sleep, and wearfulness. I don't know what that is. Wearfulness? Okay. Swallowing, taste. What are brainstem reflexes? Page 8. Okay. That regulate your heartbeat and blood pressure. Okay. And blood pressure. Okay. So, brainstem reflexes are your body's immediate and involuntary motor responses that help you survive and adapt to changes in your environment. You aren't consciously thinking about performing these actions. See what I'm saying? Instead, your brainstem automatically tells your body to do them. My body is automatically putting this piece of paper down. I don't have to think, oh, you better put the piece of paper down. My brainstem just automatically picks up this piece of paper. I'm talking to you. I ain't thinking about picking up the paper. That's what they're trying to tell you. So I picked up the paper without thinking about it. I was talking to you still. What are brainstem reflexes? Brainstem reflexes include cardiovascular reflexes, a group of reflexes that regulate your heartbeat and blood pressure. Number 1, gag reflex. This reflex protects your airways. 2, swallowing reflex. This reflex moves foods and liquids from your mouth to your stomach. That's important. Number 1 again, pupillary. P-U-P, like a puppy. P-U-P, and like a pill. Take a pill. Pupill. P-U-P, pup, I-L-L-ill. Pupill, airy, A-R-Y. Pupillary light reflex. This reflex studies, and they're not saying studying it like you're doing homework. They're saying that this pupillary light reflex, this reflex studies your eyes. It means it keeps your eyes balanced, in other words. When you move your head or the rest of your body, that's where you get into like having seizures if that isn't right, Okay. 9, respiratory reflexes. A group of reflexes that regulate breathing coughing, and sneezing. Okay? Where is the brain stem located? Okay. Your brain stem is near the bottom of your brain, at the back of your skull. It connects your brain to your spinal cord. 10. What are the three parts of the brain stem? Okay, now we're going to get into the brain stem because it's a complicated thing. The brain stem is one of the third parts of your brain. So it's a whole third of your brain. So let's learn a little more about it. Brainstem, it's made up of three parts. See, it's got its own three parts. See? Yeah. Number one, midbrain. The top part of your brainstem, the midbrain, is involved in several functions, including motor control, particularly eye movements. Yeah, see, that's interesting with this eye movements. And processing of vision and hearing. Okay, and 2, pons, P-O-N-S. That's a part of your brainstem. One of the three parts of your brainstem is pons, P-O-N-S. The middle portion of your brainstem. It coordinates face and eye movements. That's interesting. Yes. Facial sensations, hearing and balance. That's all pons. Medulla oblongata. That's O-B, long, L-O-N-G, ata, A-T-A. The bottom part of your brain stem that regulates your breathing, heartbeat, medulla oblongata, blood pressure, swallowing. Your brain stem also contains your let's start over. Your brain stem also contains your, quote, reticular activating system, quote unquote. Let's say it again. Your brain stem also contains your, quote, reticular activating system. Reticular activating system. RAS is the abbreviations. The RAS is a network of neurons, nerve cells that carry electrical signals and chemicals through your brain. It works with your thalamus. I have heard of that. Thalamus, M-U-S. To manage your, 1, wakefulness, alertness. Thalamus, number 2, awareness of your surroundings. Thalamus, sleep and wake cycles, okay? Okay. So if you have trouble with sleep or wake, maybe you could go to a doctor and suggest, maybe I have a thalamus problem. There's something you can do with that. Yeah. Okay. So, brainstem cranial nerves. I told you we were going to learn cranial nerves later. Well, here it is. Brainstem cranial nerves. So we're still on the brainstem. That's 1/3 of your whole brain. Okay. Brainstem cranial nerves. Your brainstem contains 10 of the 12 cranial nerves. Nerves that, parentheses, nerves that start in your brain, including cranial nerves, as through nerves 3 through 12. They help with your movements, sensations, taste, and hearing. What does your brainstem look like? Your brainstem looks like a flower, stalk or a stem of a plant. It's a tube-like structure made of neural, parentheses, or nervous system tissue. It's about 2 to 3 inches or 5 plus 7 centimeters long. Conditions and disorders. What are common conditions that affect the brain stem? Okay, a wide range of injuries and health conditions can damage your brain stem. Some of these include blood clots, brain tumors, encephalitis, heart attack, myocardial infarction is with heart attack, stroke, sudden cardiac arrest, and traumatic brain injury, TBI. Okay, page 14, we're almost done. A brain reflex is a rapid automatic responsible to a stimulus, response to a stimulus that does not involve conscious thought. See, we're back to that again. You do so many things without thinking about it. That's what it's teaching you. You involve conscious does not involve conscious thought. A brain reflex is a rapid automatic response to a stimulus that does not involve conscious thought. Like somebody stops in front of you in their car, you jump on the brake. It's automatic before you can think. Your brain stem already did it for you before you had a chance to think. A brain reflex occurs through a neural pathway called a reflex arc, ARC, which bypasses the conventional route of sensory information. Processing in the brain, period. Brain reflexes can help in protection and survival by generating responses to stimuli, which is plural for stimulus. So by generating responses to stimuli, plural, such as heat, pain, or pressure. Brain stem reflexes are examples of brain reflexes that involve the eyes, head, and limbs. Brain stem reflexes are involuntary motor responses originating in the brain stem. It sounds like it's the biggest part, but it's to the whole brain, your whole body and brain functioning, But it's saying one of the biggest things is it's all done involuntarily, without thinking. These reflexes are mediated by neural circuits that bypass higher cortical centers, enabling rapid automatic responses. So I'm going to look up circuits and stuff. I don't know. Okay. This last page is neurology. All the rhetoric they show on a picture of the brain. Oh, I'm not going to read all this to you. That's too much for you. I gave you some of these words, and I'll just give you a little at a time. So you have to, we're done with this, so maybe I can show myself better, like that. Oh no, see, hold on, the light, I can't do it. I can't get it right. The lighting's not right. The lighting is going ballistic on me. What if we went like this? So my hair looks like it's bright. It looks like it's turned on like a light. My hair, it looks white, but it looks more than white. It looks bright white, like it's a light. It looks like a big light bulb. My hair, that's so funny. Look at that. Okay, so how did you guys like this new class? I felt like it was so refreshing. See, we don't realize how many hours, days, weeks I taught that judicial system class. You're talking, I did that for 2 or 3 weeks, 2 weeks at least, for hours and hours. So I got a little burnt out with that, but I really got burnt out. I did more hours with the galaxy and black holes. I kept looking over for new information, galaxy, black holes, and tests, and the rovers and Mars, and I just kept doing that over and over again, you know. So I don't want to. We will be studying the galaxies and black holes a billion years from now, because we don't. The world doesn't get fried up for 5 billion years. So maybe in a billion years, we're going to still be right here studying. Yeah, but by then, I'd be probably flying around from galaxy to galaxy, you know. But, yeah, I want to just take a good break. There's a million other subjects, you know, if I get, and I will eventually want to think of, 20 more different things about the solar system or out of the solar system other than what we've been studying. So I'm not even going to do that for like a month maybe. I really spent so many hours, and I can't seem to get the lighting proper on my hair. It's all too white, and I can't figure out why. That's worse. Over here is better. Oh my God, I wonder if I should turn. It's just my hair. It's like white. And you can't even see my ponytail. Okay, I guess I'm not getting the picture's not here. It turned all white. It turned all white. Yeah, no matter what I do, it's all white. I don't know why. Something, but we're going to stop it. Did we stop it? No, we got to stop this. We got to stop it. I can't. Something happened. Something happened. How do you stop? You know what? Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. It's got to turn off. What's going on?